As we try to process a horrifying killing that we've now all seen come out of Charlotte, perhaps the United States is on the brink of solving one of its biggest problems, and that would be crime like this. For the past several years, the left has destabilized this country by installing agents of chaos as district attorneys and implementing corrosive policies designed to weaken the United States through lawlessness. And it has worked. Crime has exploded in the country, and intentional sabotage designed to shred your faith in the system, to destabilize the entire country, to bring the whole thing down. Last year, though, Americans woke up, thank God, and elected Trump to do what he does best, which is cut the BS. The cleanup of Washington, D.C. in a matter of days showed Americans just how fast decades-old problems can be fixed, and how easy it is and how easy it can be to save perhaps thousands of black lives every single year. The lives that Democrats and Black Lives Matter, ironically, could not care less about. All of those thousands of lives that those two institutions never talk about. How quickly they can be saved is the example that D.C. gave us. Here was Trump today hammering his position on law and order and on crime while discussing the horrifying killing of Irina Zarutska on a Charlotte train.
A beautiful young girl that never had problems in life, with a magnificent future in this country. And now she's dead. She was slaughtered by a deranged monster who was roaming free after 14 prior arrests. We cannot allow a depraved criminal element of violent repeat offenders to continue spreading destruction and death throughout our country. We have to respond with force and strength. We have to be vicious just like they are. It's the only thing they understand.
Just as vicious as they are, right? The only thing they understand. Both political parties in this country used to agree on how to keep the country safe, and that was the idea. Today, these two parties couldn't be any further apart. One party wants to put the fear of God into criminals still. The other is now run by social justice warriors who see criminals as the true victims of society. They look at the murder on that Charlotte train and they see the guy in red right next to me as a victim of society. And the girl is just collateral damage. We really shouldn't talk about it. People like the Muslim Democrat looking to run New York City for the next 4 years. Take a listen to this.
If city council legislation to abolish the NYPD gang database were to pass, would you support and sign that?
I have supported that proposal. It's one that I've supported because of the vast dragnet has meant the inclusion of New Yorkers on the basis of whether they go out late, photos they put on social media. I find that a database that includes New Yorkers on such bases is one that doesn't actually do exactly that.
These ridiculous ideas and these ridiculous people are everywhere on the left now. The Democrat Party is a shadow of what it once was. It's terrifying. And the choice couldn't be more clear if you're just a regular American that wants to live in a decent society. You want to go back to 2020? Vote for that. Vote for those people. And never forget the pathetic, pandering politicians who gave us this madness to begin with, this madness that has taken over our society, all of this crime that we've dealt with for the last 5 years. So desperate for power, so willing to sacrifice your safety to get it. People like Kamala.
We will eliminate the death penalty. We will eliminate private prisons. Eliminate cash bail. I've been a leader on that in the United States Senate. Cash bail is not only a criminal justice issue, it's an economic justice issue, meaning people are sitting in jail because they don't have the money to get out. Meanwhile, the person who has been charged with the same offense and has money is out exercising free will and liberty, right? Out there able to walk the streets. So that's an economic justice issue. So we'll get rid of cash bail as well.
One felon dies on the street of an overdose with a cop's knee on his upper back. And we did all of that the last 5 years. How easily this society is brainwashed. How scary is that, right? A reminder of just how much they hate you and how little regard they have for your life and for your quality of life. The people in charge know better. They do know better. Kamala Harris knows better. She was a prosecutor. She knows that what she was talking about in that soundbite was going to lead to countless deaths in this country, and chaos, and the loss of quality of life, and inner city shootings, and dead black kids piling up on the sidewalk. Could have made her president, though. She's going to say it. And there are countless examples of what 4 years of lawlessness and racial pandering has done to our society. In Louisiana, Anthony Jelks Jr. accused of raping a 4-year-old. 4 years old. Jelks was released from prison in June after a domestic violence conviction. He's been arrested 6 times in 6 years, and yet he still walks free.
Anthony Jelks is only 25, but is well known to Baton Rouge police, causing problems over the years spelled out in a plethora of paperwork filed with the 19th Judicial District Court.
So we've arrested him 6 times over the last 6-7 years.
So why is he still allowed to be a part of this society? Where is it written that you should just get a zillion chances? Now he's raped a baby. When does the murder come? What do you get for raping a baby in a Democrat city these days? 6 months? So the murder's up next, right? Because that's how it works. We now let the deranged roam our streets until they finally kill. That's now the bar. You haven't killed yet? Keep going. Here in New York, cops are hunting for Jamel McGriff, who they say entered the home of an elderly couple in Queens in broad daylight yesterday. Broad daylight, 10 o'clock in the morning. Went in right through the back door. A pretty nice area of Queens, too. Terrorized the elderly couple for hours. Killed them. Tied the man, I think, to the pole in the basement, lit their home on fire. Priors for rape, robbery, assault. How many chances do these people really deserve? Even 16 mugshots, as you saw yesterday, is not enough. Our system allows that to walk free. And with that, a look tonight at the second half of the video of Irina Zarutska's death, which has had my blood boiling all afternoon, a reminder of just the pitiful quality of life inside American cities today. I'll show it to you here. This is the moment right after she's stabbed. There goes the killer in the red, right? Look at everybody else. She's bleeding out. She's in shock right there, and she's beginning to bleed out. In 20 seconds, she'll be on the floor, basically dead. Look at the woman in the red. She stands up, not my problem, walks away. 2 men sitting right behind her. They walk away too. It'll be a couple minutes before anybody comes over to help her. It'll be long after she bled out before anybody tries to help. We'd like to know who these people are. The woman in the red, the men behind Irina. How subhuman are you to be so utterly disengaged from your fellow man that you see a young girl bleeding from the neck and you just walk away? Ignore a dying young woman. Imagine bleeding out on the floor of a public train and nobody even holds your hand. They just look at you. Some people record it. That's what it's like to die in public today in this country. How sick is that? There was 5 people right next to her when this guy stood up and knifed her in the neck. None of them did anything. Some kid in a green shirt came from the other side of the train to help her. She was already gone. There was blood everywhere at that point on the floor. What kind of a horror show have we created in our inner cities? What kind of culture is this? You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt tonight on Newsmax.